Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a Walking Dead video for today. Just want to give my thoughts. We have 1 month to the trailer date for The Walking Dead Season 8. It should be released July 21st, 2017 at Comic-Con. And spoiler warning for the original series if you're not caught up to the end of The Walking Dead Season 7. We'll keep the fear questions out of this one. We'll do a fear Q&A probably tomorrow because we got lots of new questions about Ophelia, a helicopter shot down, some pictures and stuff I want to look at, and lots of your other guys' questions. So you can keep sending me questions for Fear the Walking Dead. Really been enjoying Fear this season. Really feel like they've done a great job with the first quarter of the season. And I'm excited to see how the rest of the season goes for Fear. So for the original Walking Dead, I haven't been making too many videos lately for it because just really, over the years we've made so many videos. We've done theory videos, we've done predictions, we've done, reviews for every episode of the Walking Dead television series, just covered everything basically. This time of the year there isn't usually as much to discuss until the trailer hits in July. And I did get a few questions about it. Kyle Kulipi says, hey Trev, when do you think the Season 8 trailer for The Walking Dead will be out? And will you be doing a breakdown of all the parts in the trailer itself? So, and Andy G also kind of pointed it out that it should be that Friday. It's usually the Friday at Comic-Con, which would be the 21st this year. Not 100%, but that's what they've done each year, and we're into the 8th season now, so most likely that's probably not going to change. We'll probably see it on the Friday at Comic-Con, so July 21st. So I'm heavily looking forward to the trailer because I love to make regular Walking Dead videos with you guys. I like Fear as well too. Love Game of Thrones. Love doing other types of videos with you guys too. But The Walking Dead is really my favorite. The Walking Dead TV series, the original, is my absolute favorite, as I know it is a lot of your guys as well too. This year has been a lot different, I think, than prior years with the break this year. I've noticed not as much focus on The Walking Dead. Of course, Season 7's premiere was huge. So last year, this time, I was getting bombarded with theory questions about who was killed, this kind of thing. And, there was more to discuss. So this year, there hasn't been as much to create videos on, so I haven't been making as many for you guys as I usually do. And that's just because I feel like we've done a pretty good job of covering, pretty much everything. I've done my death predictions video for Season 8. It's in the channel. You guys can check it out if you want to see who I think is going to be killed off in Season 8. Done lots of theory videos. We'll continue to do more, and we'll do more over the break. So you guys don't have to stop sending me Walking Dead original TV series questions. You can go right ahead and send me whatever you have, and I'll still make videos here and there. But yeah, until the trailer hits, there's not going to be as much to discuss as usual. But any questions you guys do have or video suggestions, definitely send them to me. So I'm very excited for the trailer this year, as I always am. Season 7's trailer last year, because they didn't want to show who it was who was killed off by showing us almost any clips, it was a little bit dry. It was still awesome, as it always is, to get new Walking Dead trailer or trailers, but this year, I feel like it should be even better because, of course, we're coming up to All Out War for Season 8. It's one of the most exciting times of the series ever, even though The Walking Dead has dropped off a bit in terms of interest the last couple years for a lot of viewers and just the general fandom audience. I still feel like The Walking Dead Season 8 trailer should be huge, and All Out War should be really big, and I'm really excited for it. And, I just can't wait for it to come back on. This time of the year, I'm just like, I don't make as many videos as usual because it's like, I just don't know. But I'm very excited for the trailer. I'm expecting it to be really great. We should get some clips of Negan, Saviors, the start of the battle, that kind of thing, because we know that Scott Gimple, the showrunner, has said the first 4 episodes are going to be spectacular, and the premiere for it, episode 100, is going to be huge. So I'm expecting to see some really great things for the Season 8 trailer, and I'm sure it will deliver. So very excited for it. Yes, I'll do a breakdown for Kyle and for the rest of you guys. Do lots of videos after that, as I usually do each year, and we'll get more back into the swing of things with making Walking Dead videos as we get more trailers, teasers, pictures, content. I'll let you guys know of everything that releases, and of course all the usual stuff as well too. We'll be covering as as per usual. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they have for us this year. It's always fun, man. It's always great to see the trailers, and they're the ones I look forward to the most. Even though Comic-Con has all kinds of stuff, the Walking Dead trailer is what I look forward to more than any other. Kudaj2 says, hey Trev, great videos as always. Can't believe people are actually unsubscribing your channel, but that's their mistake to make. Anyway, not a Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead question here, but it concerns another miniseries starting tomorrow, which is The Mist. So it should have aired at this time already, from the Stephen King novella. So there was a movie movie by Frank Darabont, who of course started the Walking Dead TV series. The Mist, I have seen it. You do have some of the actors from The Walking Dead, like Dale, Jeffrey DeMunn, and Melissa McBride, who plays Carol, was also in The Mist. Which is cool. So I might check it out. I might check out the series, and I'll let you know if I'm going to do any reviews for it for Kudaj. And the rest of you guys, if any of you guys have checked it out, you can write a comment below and let me know if the Mist TV series premiere was any good, and I'll probably review it. New Ada says, which character do you think has benefited the most from the events of The Walking Dead? Socially, emotionally, existentially, etc. So I'll keep it to the original series characters here. We'll kind of not think too much about Fear. But who has benefited the most from The Walking Dead? Well, the zombie apocalypse is pretty brutal, so most of the characters, I'd say, would have had a much better life in the regular world and the regular kind of run-of-the-mill type of life and lifestyle versus the zombie apocalypse. But there are certain characters that maybe have been given more meaning in the zombie apocalypse, even as brutal as it is. One of the ones I think of most has to be Daryl, I think. I think that Daryl, in the regular world with Merle and the stuff that he was doing before, really not sure about his purpose in life and what he was going to do and what was going to happen with him. We don't know. We didn't get to see that. But even though the zombie apocalypse has been brutal for him, I do think with regards to having a purpose, maybe for Daryl, his life became more purposeful once the zombie apocalypse started and, having something to fight for, having people to fight for, just giving him something to do so he doesn't, in regular life maybe overdose or something. So, but we don't know because we kind of have to fill in the blanks with ourselves and what his life was like before, because we didn't get to see that many characters. A lot of characters have been killed off, so their life would have been much better if the zombie apocalypse never happened. But you could say like a character like Daryl maybe has been given more purpose by the zombie apocalypse. You could also say someone like Negan, maybe, I'm not sure about him if Negan would have enjoyed regular life better than the zombie apocalypse. He's had a lot of loss in the zombie apocalypse. And he's become a bit unhinged mentally and become a bit psychopathic, but he does kind of seem to enjoy it a bit, at least a bit. So for him, I'm not sure. So you guys can write your comments below on any characters you think have actually benefited from the zombie apocalypse and maybe survived longer but given more purpose. This kind of thing you can write in the comments below. Another question was, Trev, have you been enjoying the Walking Dead break this year? So I have been. I've been taking it easy a little bit with the channel. I haven't been making as many videos as usual, but I'm looking forward to getting back at the swing of things too, because I do love doing it as well. And again, it's a purpose question. If you don't have something to do, if you don't have purpose, then a lot of times you can just feel kind of like empty or kind of sad because you don't have as much to do. I think that's natural. So for me, as much as I'm enjoying kind of relaxing a little bit this time of the year, at the same time I'm really looking forward to making lots of videos with you guys for Walking Dead. And I have a couple, that I'm going to be doing before the trailer as well, too, for you guys as well. Negan, the Awesome Psychopath, says, hey, Trev, I hope you're doing well, buddy. My question is, if you had a prediction of how you would want Daryl to be killed off in The Walking Dead, what would it be? Would you want to see a Walker death, or would you want to see, something, and how many seasons in would you want to see that? How would you want him to go out, Trev? So it would be a huge one if they killed Daryl off. I've been opposed to it in the past. I've done videos on this recently. Maybe around season 10 or something, it might make sense to do that because you have so many characters and it's been on for so long. That's one of the things that in the beginning I never really thought that The Walking Dead would get to 8 seasons. Forget 10 or maybe even 15. We'll see. But yeah, I think for a season 10 death or something, you could say maybe it'd be a bit predictable to have a huge death in one of their, a milestone type episodes like the season 10 finale premiere or something like that. But, I think for, a season like that, for them to get to it, you probably would want to have a huge character death there. If they choose to go with Daryl and he doesn't survive all the way through the series, I'd want to see him go out probably at the hands of some kind of, villain or something of the sort, and then have the others get revenge by killing that villain afterwards. Kind of like classic regular type of story type of thing for that. Because if he was killed off by a walker bite or something, that would be kind of lame, I think. We saw something like that recently in the Walking Dead comic book series, and it was super sad and everything. And but in terms of the story, there wasn't as much to do after the death. Whereas if it was by a savior or villain, something of the sort, then you can use that for a whole story rather than have it just be like a Tyrese death or something, and then that's it, and there's really nobody to blame or anything like that. Pop culture stuff says, what are the rules with people who died before the apocalypse even started? Do you think they would resurrect? So far as we know, it's like an airborne virus, that kind of thing that causes people to resurrect after they die. But if you're already underground, if you're already dead, like if you're in a graveyard or something, no, I wouldn't think that, people would be coming out of graves, skeletons would be coming out of graves, stuff like that. It would just be people that were infected with whatever it was, then die, then come back. That's my understanding of it anyway, and I think that makes the most sense and is the best for kind of it being a more, I don't want to say realistic, but a more honest type of story, I guess, with it being like some kind of illness versus some kind of supernatural skeletons walking around type of crazy, horror movie type thing. Would just it kind of takes you out of the experience a little bit too far out, I think. And the last one will be from Jack Frankie, who says, "Hey Trev, because of how Eugene has now betrayed the survivors as he believes he has better odds of survival with the saviors, do you believe him? So do you think that he actually does have better odds of survival with the saviors?" Recently, yeah. I mean, this season, if you look at where the saviors are at, the amount of ammunition they have, the locations they have, the amount of members they have, he's smart. Like, Eugene is really smart, and even though it's a cold kind of turning your back type of decision on the rest of the group and on the survivors, you can't really fault him for it because the saviors have all the they have all the chips on their side. They have everything ready to go, infrastructure, locations, security, other groups working for them. I mean, it's a huge infrastructure, so you can't blame Eugene for just going with the flow and staying with the saviors and surviving that way. He's done stuff like that before to survive, lie to people and do things like that, do what he has to do, and we can't forget that he's smarter than you, right? He's smarter than us. So, I mean, you can't fault him for doing it, I don't think. Then he says, and Dwight will have the opposite of their confrontation from the comics, in which Dwight will tell Eugene he's a coward and that he'll just pick whichever side wins. So do you think that Dwight will give Eugene a stern talking to, similar to that of the comic book series, but vice versa in the opposite way? I think that makes sense, actually, Jack. I like that theory. That's cool because you do have Eugene, who seems to be 100% Negan, and Dwight is kind of playing both sides. So, you might have something like that. Eugene could tell him that, and it could be a similar comic book series moment, but I don't think it'd mean as much because Eugene himself has become quite the traitor. So for him to say that, it's kind of like, well, that's exactly what he's done, and even worse, he's kind of joined the winning team and said, screw the people that helped me survive all this time. So it's definitely morally kind of a dark or kind of an evil type of decision. So that'll be it for today's Q&A, guys. I hope you liked it. Very excited for the trailer. Can't wait to see it next month. And if you guys have any other original Walking Dead series questions, send them to me. Why not? If you like this video, please don't forget, thumb it up below, guys. You can also share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left, just subscribe. Have another Fear the Walking Dead video for you guys tomorrow. And of course, Game of Thrones starting next month will be really exciting. That'll be it for this video. So you guys again soon for another. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.